maiwasan ang COVID-19, narito ang ilang mga paalala. Sa halip na makipagkamay o humalik sa kakilala, ngumiti na lamang at tumango. Idaan sa social media ang pagpapakita ng pagmamahal sa pamamagitan ng virtual hugs. Ayon sa Department of Health, ang droplets mula sa pag-ubo at pagbahing ay maaaring umabot ng 1 metro o 3 talampakan. Kaya mahalagang panatilihin ang 1 metrong layo sa mga tao, lalo na kung mayroong sintomas ng respiratory illness. Tandaan, sa mga simpleng paraan, ang COVID-19 ay maiiwasan. Isang paalala mula sa Panahon TV.
Good day, grade 8 learners! My name is Sir RM. Let's think wisely, create smartly, and learn science joyfully. This is Understanding Typhoon. Way back in grade 7, you have learned how to trace or locate the location of the Philippines in 2 ways. First is by using the coordinate system, and second is by identifying the location of land masses and bodies of water. Now, in today's lesson, you will learn how these land masses and bodies of water affect the formation of typhoon in the Philippines.
By the end of this lesson, you are expected to: number 1, explain how land masses and bodies of water affect typhoon. Number 2, trace the path of typhoon that recently affect the Kamsur using a map. And number 3, give ways to lessen the risks brought by typhoon in Camarines Sur. Are you now ready to learn and discover more about typhoon? Great! Let's go!
Typhoon Rolly on track to become a super typhoon as it moves closer toward the Bicol region. Catanduanes has been placed under signal number 3, while northern Samar and more areas in Luzon are now under signal number 2. Rizal, Batangas, and Metro Manila are among those under signal number 1 in Luzon, along with Biliran Province in Visayas. Typhoon Rolly was last spotted 480 kilometers east-northeast of Virac, Catanduanes, packing winds of 215 kilometers per hour and gustiness of up to 265 kilometers per hour. If its maximum sustained winds exceed 220 kilometers per hour, it would be classified as a super typhoon. Rolly is expected to make landfall in Quezon on Sunday evening and exit the mainland Luzon landmass by Monday morning. Aside from Rolly, Pagasa is also monitoring Tropical Storm Atsani, which was last spotted some 1,800 kilometers east of Visayas. It may enter the Philippines on Sunday, but it is less likely to bring severe weather conditions. It will be called Shoni once it enters the country.
Now, what can you say about the video you have seen? Very nice! The video informs the public on the exact location of landfall of Typhoon Rolly, which was, we all know, was in Catanduanes, right? It also shows the aerial view of Camarines Sur after being devastated by the said typhoon.
Now, why do you think the Philippines is prone to typhoon? What conditions are present in the vicinity of the Philippines that allow the development of tropical cyclones? You may answer these questions on your notebook or a piece of paper. You can rewatch the video if you wish to. Are you having fun? Great! Let's proceed! The maps you see on the screen show the tracks or paths of the 3 tropical cyclones that entered the Philippine area of responsibility in 2020. These are Typhoons Rolly, Quinta, and Ulysses, which affected the province of Camarines Sur. You may go back or take a screenshot to study the map and answer the following guide questions. You may use your notebook or a piece of paper. First question, in what direction did the tropical cyclones move? Second, which part of the Philippines was hit by the 3 tropical cyclones? And third, where did the tropical cyclones form? On land or in the ocean?
Do not be anxious or pressured. You don't need perfect answers. You can ask your brother or sister to guide you in answering the guide questions. Are you done? Job well done! You are now ready for the first activity. This activity is called Summer Na! All you must do is to choose from the following pictures of bodies of water near your place and answer the following guide questions.
Number 1. What can you say about the temperature of the bodies of water in the vicinity of the Philippines? Is the water warm or cold? Number 2. How does warm water contribute to the development of a typhoon? And number 3. How do land masses and bodies of water affect typhoon? You may do this activity in group according to your barangay. However, because of the pandemic, you must do this at home.
Are you done? Still having fun? You are now ready to deepen your understanding about typhoon.
There are different factors affecting typhoon. Some of these are the presence of land masses and bodies of water. The effect of land masses to typhoon are the following. Number 1. Land masses weaken typhoon. We all know that typhoons use a large amount of water vapor from a vast area of water. But since land masses have relatively low amount of water, typhoon landing on land masses usually become weaker. Second, mountain ranges can impede or slow down the wind speed and strength of typhoon. Mountains serves as barriers against strong winds and heavy precipitations. And third, orographic lifting can weaken the impact of a typhoon in an area. Orographic lifting refers to the flow of air from oceans to mountains, causing orographic precipitation. This causes areas at the seaside to become wetter and those in the lee side to become drier and less prone to typhoon.
Now, let's find out how bodies of water affects typhoon.
Now, bodies of water affect typhoon in 2 ways. First, it provides the water necessary for evaporation to produce warm, moist air that fuels a typhoon. This abundant amount of water is absent in land masses. This is also the reason why all typhoons originate from large bodies of water. And second, these bodies of water determine the humidity and temperature, which are important in the formation of typhoons. High relative humidity and high temperature is necessary for the formation of typhoon.
Now, in summary, land masses usually weaken typhoon by limiting the amount of water vapor and blocking the wind, while bodies of water help them form by providing more amount of water vapor, humidity, and warm air. This time, you may now reflect on your answers on the previous activities given and see how far you went. Now, how are your answers? I bet you did well. You are now ready for our evaluation.
Super Typhoon Rolly made landfall in the island of Batu, Catanduanes, Bicol on November 1, 2020. Rolly is the most powerful typhoon to hit the country in 2020 to date amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. Study the track of this typhoon and answer the questions given below. Please be guided with the legend and category of the typhoon as it enters and leaves the Philippine area of responsibility. The guide questions are the following. Number 1. Based from the diagram, what is the category of Super Typhoon Rolly on October 31, 2020 at 8 p.m.? How about on November 2, 2020 at 8 p.m.? And second, what causes the decrease in the intensity of Super Typhoon Rolly? Congratulations! You are almost done! For our extend activities, you may choose from the following suggested activities based on your needs, capabilities, and interests. The first activity that you might want is entitled Stat Me. In this activity, you need to research on the strongest typhoon ever recorded in the Philippines. Take note of important and significant details, but do not forget to include the following. Number 1, number of death. Number 2, areas affected. And number 3, estimated cost of economic losses. Or you might also want to consider the second activity entitled TikTokerist Yarn. In this activity, you need to create a TikTok video showcasing tips or ways on how to lessen the risk brought by typhoon in our place. Please be guided by the given rubrics which was posted on the Google Classroom. Submission should be not later than 2 weeks after this lesson.
Hey guys, do not forget to observe health and safety protocols while doing the activity and follow these guidelines. That's all for today. Again, this is Sir RM. Do not forget to think wisely, create smartly, and learn science joyfully. Until next time, goodbye!